Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and today I'm here with Martin's D-42 Modern Deluxe. This is a very cool guitar that is part of the Modern Deluxe line of instruments that Martin introduced a couple of years ago now, and we've had a chance to check out quite a few of models from that line, and they've all been very impressive. We even had a chance to check out the 0042 version of this, which had similar appointments. But we've had more of the smaller bodied Modern Deluxes than the Dreadnoughts in, so it's a lot of fun to have a chance to check out this D-42. I'm going to talk a little bit about the different features, what makes it a Modern Deluxe, and I'll play some fingerstyle on it, and then toward the end of the video I'm going to invite Bay Area flat picker Jim Nunally to come in and do a little bit of playing on this guitar, so definitely stay tuned for that. So what makes a Modern Deluxe a Modern Deluxe? A lot of things about this guitar are similar to other D-42s, and that is a good thing, because what Modern Deluxe really stands for is to combine some of these very tried and true and classic Martin designs with some very modern and contemporary ideas. D-42s have always been just a little bit below the D-45, the classic top-of-the-line Martin. In the case of this guitar, you do get 45 style snowflake inlays in the fingerboard. You have, of course, the classic abalone border around the top and the fingerboard extension, but you don't have the bound back, the abalone bound back that you would have on a style 45 guitar. And of course there's some other details, but that's really the biggest difference on these guitars. And there are a few things on these Modern Deluxe guitars that really put these instruments into a category of their own. Outwardly, some of the most obvious things are maple binding on both the fingerboard and the body, all around. A little bit of flame to the binding, and I think it looks really, really nice with the abalone purfling on this guitar. Just a great appearance. We have a Sitka spruce top, and it's got the vintage tone treatment that Martin is using on many of the high-end guitars. That is, of course, a heat treatment that sort of makes the top sound like they're older wood than they really are, and that's a great feature on this beautiful top. One of the advantages, of course, of getting up into the Martin range with style 42 is that the grades of woods that are being used sort of go up accordingly to the level in the line. And so we have a really spectacular spruce top, beautiful grain, some beautiful cross grain, very even coloring, just a really, really nice top. And beautiful Indian rosewood back and sides as well. Again, super straight grain, really nice, rich color, the kind of combination that you would really hope for with a rosewood and spruce guitar. The Modern Deluxe guitars also have a carbon fiber bridge plate inside the top, and that's of course very strong and lightweight, and it really contributes to sort of the powerful voice of these guitars. You also have Martin's new liquid metal bridge pins, and that is both a very nice look. I haven't seen them in gold before. Most of the ones I've seen were kind of more black in color. Really looks very upscale on this guitar. The guitar has gold Waverly tuners. Of course, it has the classic diamond behind the peg head here. It's a slightly asymmetrical new neck shape that Martin's using on these Modern Deluxes. Definitely, this is one of the aspects where the modern part of Modern Deluxe comes in. It's definitely a very slim and contemporary feeling neck. Really no discernible V, and it's a bit more shallow than some Martin necks that I would think of. There are also abalone side dot markers in here, in addition to the maple binding, and there are also a couple of snowflakes in each side of the wings of the bridge in here. That is a distinctive design feature on these guitars. So really, again, a combination of some classic vintage Martin features and some very modern ideas on these guitars, similar to the other Modern Deluxe instruments that we've had a chance to check out. I've played a lot of D-42s over the years, and I've always found that they have a distinctive sound and feel to them that's different from other rosewood and spruce Martin dreadnoughts. They tend to have great playability, and this one is no exception. And just a super balanced voice. Really a lot of fun to play. And these tend to work really well for a song accompaniment, and really anytime a nice, powerful, versatile guitar comes in. And as I mentioned, we're going to get Jim Nunally to come in and flat pick on this a little bit. But let me show you a little bit of fingerstyle playing on this as well. So that balance I mentioned earlier really comes in on this guitar playing fingerstyle. Also produces nice volume. It does, of course, have the forward-shifted scalloped bracing style on this guitar, and as such, I think the combination of the vintage bracing, scallop bracing, the carbon fiber bridge plate, and overall a relatively light construction for a guitar like this just results in a very resonant instrument. And of course, the quality of woods that are used on this are also a factor, as is the fact that it uses protein glues for the main construction of the guitar, and those tend to harden a little bit more than other glues and really contribute to that kind of crisp tonality that you can get from that. So very cool and very interesting guitar in how it combines features and sort of dips into Martin's heritage, and also introduces new ideas that really make these guitars very unique and quite different from anything that's available, in my opinion. So definitely check these out, whether it's this D-42 Modern Deluxe or any of the other Modern Deluxes. They are definitely worth giving a play and checking out. So let's go out with Jim Nunally giving the guitar a whirl here in the studio. And we hope you come back here to Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, consider coming over to pegheadnation.com, not just for our gear demos, but also our full range of lessons for guitars and other stringed instruments. My name is Teja Gerken. Here's Jim Nunally.